What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rodney, and welcome to my channel where I help artists understand the business behind the music. And in today's video, we are going to be going over 10 strategies that you can use in your music marketing. Basically, music marketing 101. You know that you got the talent to make it to the Billboard charts, the Music Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you like, damn, well, how am I going to get there? Like, this market is so oversaturated, how am I going to break through all the noise? Well, luckily, I study the music industry. I study the business behind it. So you don't got to do that. All you got to do is just make great music, come listen to my YouTube videos, and you're going to be lit. But if I was just to tell it to you like that, it'd be a disservice. We all know that it is an uphill battle to get to where we need to be. But that's why constant patience and perseverance is the name of the game, because once we're able to stick in it, if this is something that we really want, and we can just push the money aside for a second and say, hey, I love to rap because I love to sing. I love music because this is what takes my mind and helps me elevate myself. And in return, you're going to do that to somebody else. If you are able to stick in with it through this uphill battle of where you're going to the promised land, you're going to be able to make it all the way. Because we all had this dream, but it's up to us to bring this dream into reality. I found my lane, which is in the business side of things. Marketing. I love marketing. I love music marketing. I love anything that has to do with how can you make a customer happy? How can you make whoever your target audience is feel like they are benefiting every time that you put something out? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all about leading with the value. So can you really make this happen? Of course you can. With the right team, the right strategies in place, anything is possible. Notice I said right. Right. That's all it's all about. It's all about doing it the right way. And anything can be yours. So as you know, it's 2021 and digital promotion is the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? It is so important to focus on that side of the game, whether it be social media, whether it be music streaming platforms, whether it be blogs, anything that has to do with digital, you need to be on. Now, there are also more traditional means that you need to be on as well. But a combination of traditional with new age is what is going to bring you to the next level. So when you start your social media campaign, your content that you post, it should flow. It should be a reason why you posting your content. You're not supposed to post just because, hey, they say, if I read this, I should post 3 times a day. No, come on, man. You have to have a reason why you're posting, because as we always talk about on this channel, it's about adding value. So why is the post that you just posted valuable? And does it flow with the last post that I posted? Am I leading up to my album release? Am I leading up to that show that I'm got? Am I leading up to my single? You know what I'm saying? Why am I posting? What is the reason behind this flow? What is the reason behind this post, and does it flow with the rest of my content in order to start a wave? All these tips in this video are going to be something that you can implement now. So that way, when you get that call from that booking agent, you get that call from that record label, you already got everything in one place, you got everything, you ready to go, and you like, hey, man, I got all this from Rodney, so I'm a, you know what I mean? Hey, shout him out on my album. You feel me? Little album credit. You know, I'm just playing. You know what I mean? Hey, you know. So you already know, on this channel, we like to draw the models. So, hey, we're going to call this the 10-step stairway to millions. Because that's where we going. We going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We done ran out of room. So what we going to do is, we're going to go 8, 9, 10. See, you know what I'm saying? Our vision's so big that the board can't even hold it. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to get into these 10 steps and leave it like that. We got step number 1. Find out where your audience is, because this creates the number 1 form of marketing, word of mouth. If you can get people talking about your music, what you got going on, there's nothing that can replace that. I don't care how many Facebook ads you try to buy. If you got word of mouth, you got actual people talking about your offer, your music to somebody else, that right there alone can draw in. What we talking about? The millions. I done misspelled it. Maybe that's a money sign. So we don't make two money signs. The millions. You see what I'm saying? And so in order to find our audience, what we need to do is we need to set clear goals. Like, what's your goal? Hey, my goal is to get 50K streams on Spotify in the next 3 months. My goal is to double my YouTube subscribers on my music channel in the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Set clear goals, and that's how you can target in on your audience. Like, okay, well, these type of people is gonna listen to my music. And then once you have that clear goal, you start, hey, call to actions. You to your audience, you tell your audience, hey, this is what I need you to do, because they're your audience. They want to take directions from you because they are trying to become fans of you. So think about it, Future. You like Future. If Future be like, hey, I need y'all to go to Apple Music right now, download my new album, Young Thug, you know what I'm saying? You gonna go do it. Call to action because you was a fan base. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Once you position yourself as the best rapper alive or the best singer alive, whatever it is that you want to do, that's what your audience is looking for. Your audience is looking for you to be the best, to be that person for them to follow and for them to answer that call to action. You know what I'm saying? So once you are able to pinpoint in on exactly what it is that you want to do, as far as time-wise and number-wise, you can start setting out these call to actions to make that a reality. You always want to make sure that your content is relevant to your audience. That is important as well. That's how you are able to get people out to your live shows. That's how you are able to get on these radio stations. That's how you are able to get the DJ's attention. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that you're doing is relevant. You're not switching up. And then you got to go old school sometimes. Sometimes you got to bring out the flyers. You got to have a street team. These are things that you can do now. If people believe in your music and people think and believe that you are going to the next level, I guarantee you they will have no problem promoting your stuff for you because they like, hey, Shawty gonna make it. You know what I mean? If that's one way you should gauge your music too. If you can put together a street team just off of, hey bro, I need y'all to get with me, rock together with me, pass out these flyers, we gonna go hit these clubs real quick, we gonna make sure that the DJ know us and everything. If they with it, oh, you got something. You feel me? If not, you might need to go back to the lab real quick. You know what I mean? Tweak something real quick. I ain't saying give up. I ain't saying quit. But all I'm saying is, if you can establish and put together a street team, you already know you can put together an audience, and you already move on to step number 2, which is, this is probably the biggest step. I ain't gonna lie to you, because this is what makes everything happen. Telling your story. Where did you come from? What have you been through? Marketing is basically the art of telling your story at the right time to the right people. You have to be able to tell it well so they're like, dang, I want to be a part of that story. Your story is what makes you stand out, because people are like, man, hey, I relate to that. I can feel him. I can feel her. Oh, yo, this song right here relate to me. You know what I'm saying? So telling your story in your music, in your marketing is key. As a musician, your story should be unfolding in front of your fans' eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you look at your favorite rapper, look at his first album. His first mixtape, he was telling that story. You felt him. He was in there. He was in the trenches with you. Now look at him. And that's why it's so, you congratulate him with what he's on. He's like, dang, he done grew up from here to here and blew this up. Like, I can do the same thing, because his story is relatable to what you've been through when it first started. So now that's why you are able to want to give him the congratulations and the praise for where he's at now, because you knew where he started from, because he told his story. Every show that you perform, Every video that you make, every post, anything that you do has to be related to your story, and it should all add up. Every email that you send, your brand is your story. So how do you tell your story? Focus on 3 things out of your music career, out of your life, that you want to bring out and that you want to put to the forefront, that you want people to know about, that'll be inspirational to them, that will evoke some type of emotion out of them that makes them be like, man, I can relate. I want to follow this person. These could be your achievements, your struggles, your triumphs, your style, your flow, your fashion, anything that it is that you can come up with that is going to make you relatable, to evoke that emotion out of people. Because even fashion, they can be like, man, that person fly, man, I want to dress just like them. That's an emotion right there. You see what I'm saying? So make it emotional, make that connection, because that's how people connect. We connect through emotions. The next thing you want to do is you want to make it genuine. I ain't talking about go out here and read some novels and try to be like, oh, okay, well, this is my story. No, because people can see through the facade. They can see what's real and what's through fake. I'm going to give you an example. Look at Cardi B. People related with her so much because her story and everything she been through is like everything she touches gold now, because she real with it. You feel what I'm saying? So figure out how you can tap into your realness of your story and put your personality out there in the forefront. And then that way, through inspiring somebody from what you've been through, you can reap the rewards and the benefits. Your story has to be unique. Whatever makes you unique is your most important brand asset. That is your brand. Whatever makes you unique. Does McDonald's taste like Burger King? No, because they done branded themselves. It's the brand. It's what makes them unique. What makes you different from other artists? Your story is unique to you, so that's what draws the viewers in. The fact that you not the same as Gucci Mane. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got the same story as T.I. Feel what I'm saying? Because people are like, oh, well, hey, this is something I'm going through and I'm relating at the time. Because when they came out, their biggest fan base was people that was doing the same thing that they was on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's so much room in here for everybody to get in where they fit in if everybody wants to be authentic and genuine and tell their real, true, unique story. This is how you get your press. That's how you get your publicity. That's how you get music critics writing about you, writing about your story. If you got the hottest rap song out in your city, what's gonna make the music critics write about you and get them headlines and them titles is your story. Not only does he have the hottest rap song out, but this is what he's been through. And people is reading it and they're like, oh man, dang, I got to follow them. I'm rooting for them to win because your story is that powerful. So strategy number 3, this is where we at. Now that we got our story out the way, we got an audience. Then what we got now? EPK. Electronic press kit. You know what I'm saying? That's when we ready to get out there and get some press out. You know what I'm saying? Send it to the blogs. Send it to these radio stations. You know what I'm saying? Send it to these record labels. Different places where we can send our music to. And that way we got it in a presentable form and we can get heard because we know our audience. We know the type of places to send it to. And we have a story to tell with it. Go ahead and send that electronic press kit out. That way you can start getting that feedback from it. So what is your electronic press kit? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into the computer and break it down. We already done our video on TuneCore. This is coming from TuneCore.com. So your electronic press kit provides a central location with all of your assets, like image and music files, bio, etc. For members of the media, editors, bloggers, radio program directors, venue talent buyers, etc. to quickly access. It should include the following: your bio. No one needs a novel, but there are some crucial elements to an effective bio. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with your Instagram bio. It's like the same thing. You want to just tell your story, get in there, and get out of there. Get in there, but you want to get out. You know what I mean? You ain't got to tell the whole thing. That's what your music is for. Your music is to tell your whole real story, but you just want to basically, in a professional manner, tell these people what you have been through and how you are at where you are at now in this level of the game. Okay, your photos. Professional looking photography doesn't have to be unaffordable. Some ways you can do this. You can hit people up like Instagram photographers up. You can go to Craigslist. Your homeboy that got a camera. You feel me? All y'all got to do is maybe YouTube some things. Hey, how to shoot professional photos. Get some little tips out the way. If you don't got no budget, shoot some photos, put them in your EPK, and when you really start getting some traction and start getting some real money, then you can be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a real $1,000 photo shoot, whatever the case may be. But the thing is, sometimes it ain't even about faking it till you make it. It's all about always being a professional and thinking business minded. This is what business owners do. It ain't no such thing as fake it till you make it. It's either you're professional or you're not. Because the ones that's faking it, they gonna keep on faking it. And that's fake. We real over here. That's why we promote real organic tactics on how to grow our following in our music and our social media. Okay, and it goes along with it. Provide a link to a high resolution photos for writers and editors to use. Think Google Drive or Dropbox. Include photo credit info if necessary. And so anytime you send out an email link or anything, that's what you want to do. You want to send it in a Google Dropbox. You don't want to send all these links separately. That looks so unprofessional. Put everything in a Google Drive or a Dropbox, different folders, have them labeled, and come out in a real professional manner, because you already know we real professionals over here. Okay, so we got press quotes. If you've been featured somewhere online or in print, include any positive quotes. If not, no worries. That's why you're pitching after all. You know what I'm saying? You might not got no quotes, but that's why you're pitching. You feel me? So, links to your music. Consider that everyone has different preferred platforms and include major streaming channels like Spotify and Apple Music, in addition to Bandcamp and or SoundCloud. Of course, all your links to your music. You got links to your social media profiles / website. Social channels have a way of keeping members of the media up to speed with what's happening in your world. Members of the media want to be able to share links when covering music. Lastly, any imperative timely information. For example, if you're releasing a new EP or album, make sure to include a section that includes all the information around it. And so that is basically your EPK right there. I'm gonna leave my link to my Instagram in the profile. So that's the best way to contact me for right now until I clean out my email or get me a new business email for the channel. But I'm gonna leave my link to my Instagram in the profile. If you need your EPK done, if you need help with your EPK, your electronic press kit, just contact me on Instagram at _Rodney Penniman. So basically name my channel _Rodney Penniman. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm gonna leave all the links down there if you do need help with your EPK or getting one done or anything of that nature. And just to show y'all what a good example of a good EPK and an electronic press kit looks like, this is one right here. This is a good example of one. You know, yours could have more pages than this or less pages, but as long as it hits them key points that we talked about previously, it's good. But like I said, if you're in confusion about how to deal with an electronic press kit, just hit me up on my Instagram and I got you. Step number 4, social media. This really should be obvious. You know what I'm saying? And it really ties in to this right here. It ties into this right here. But you know what I'm saying? It helps you, once you have your audience and your story, what to post on social media, because that right there is the key. That is a free platform for you to get yourself out there. Of course, you can run ads, which are paid, but if you really know what you're doing and you really have your story, you really have your audience, social media can be a free way to promote your music, and you can blow up for free. You know what I'm saying? Before this age, you had to have a record label, you had to have all these things to distribute your music. But social media has made it so easy for you, if you really know what you're doing out here, to get on. Now, of course, this takes work now. It's not just like, oh, it's free. Like, nothing free comes without the work. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying it's free, but you got to work with it. But you are going to be able to define your brand and connect with your fans at the same time. See, that thing kind of rhyme. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, look, I told you I know what I'm talking about. You see how I just hit it like that? But no, but for real, back to the business at hand. Your social media profile is everything for you into this game. Because when you sit down with the record labels and the executives and this thing, that's what they gonna, the first thing, hey, how many followers you got on social media? Like, how much engagement do you have on social media? Like, oh, is your audience engaged? Like, is your brand established? And by you having a social media profile that is relevant and connected to everything that you got going on, it's gonna make it that much easier for you to sell yourself to them. And not only that, once you have your social media profile built up, you begin to realize and find out what content works for you. You know what I'm saying? You are able to experiment and have fun with it. And then once you find something that works for you, stick with that, target in on it, and go hard on that. And the key thing people have to understand about social media is the first word in social media. You have to be social. So many people are trying to figure out, how do I grow my following? Be social on social media. Maybe you engage with people that are in your niche, in your particular industry. Maybe you give them feedback. Maybe you comment on their posts. You feel what I'm saying? Be social on social media and you can grow your following. That's what it was created for. It was created to connect people. So make those connections on social media and you will be able to grow your following organically. So that leads us to our next tip: building up your website. So we know social media popping right now, but that does not take away from the website, because get what? What happened if Mark Zuckerberg shut it down or whatever the case may be? You still gonna have a place that you can center in your organic traffic, that you can center in the people that you have met and built with over the years, over the months, or whatever the case may be on your social media profile to your website. And then once you get to the next levels of things and you start running paid ads, you can run them straight to your website. And you don't have everything spread out over so many channels. You got everything centralized in one location, your website, and people are able to find you that much easier. And guess what? It all goes back to what? The one word. What is our favorite word on this channel? Professionalism. It all goes back to being a professional. Them folks looking at you like, oh, not only are you a rapper, a singer, or artist, but you got your own website. You got to be a professional. And you got to be ready for what? Millions, because you got a website. Anybody, I would bet to guarantee you, anybody with millions got a website. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put yourself in that category by establishing yourself with a website. Now, right now, it is not the time to go in depth about how to create a website and this, that, and the third, but either you can wait for my future videos on that, or you can just YouTube somebody else on how to build and create a website. You can go to Wix, you can go to WordPress, you can go to Squarespace. It's plenty places you can go to find out how to create a website. But at this point in your career, you know what I'm saying, you are a business, you are a professional, you know what I'm saying, you need to get these things taken care of. So that will lead us to our next point, which is email. Now, this happens to be one of the most important things that you can do on the internet. It's email list. Because your email list is literally how you can print money, how you can type money, how you can get on the computer right now and just type out some money. You got an engaged audience and engaged fan from all these steps right here, and you put out an email list. Let's say you put out a t-shirt, a merch line, a t-shirt, you sell them things for $10. You got 1,000 people on your email list. 500 people buy your t-shirt. 500 times 10, you just made 5 bands off your t-shirt. You feel what I'm saying? And you done, let's say let's just do numbers right here, and you invested $1,000 on everything that it costs for you to put that t-shirt out there, bring it to market, shipping everything. You just done cap $4,000 just by having an email list. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important. And just like we talked about on the last topic about the website, what happens if Mr. Mark Zuckerberg decides to shut things down? Your email list will not go nowhere. It will stay with you. These are your loyal and engaged fans, the people that sign up for your email list. You have to treat these people like they are VIPs. So don't call them just email list subscribers. No, you can have like VIP promotions. These are your members. These are your loyal fans. You want to give these people first looks to what you got going on, first preference to your music. You want to give them behind the scene footage of your video shoots. Anything that is going to be special, that is going to elevate yourself to the next level and make it seem or make it look like in their eyes that you are this artist that is on the blow up, on the come up, and that they are included in the fact that, hey, I knew him before he even come up. I'm one of his first loyal email subscribers. That right there is how you make what? Millions. So how do you build your email list? The best thing to do is just to make it an all-inclusive club. Give out something free, such as a free song, a free single, whatever that you can figure out, and whatever you can think of that you can give away that's gonna cost your subscribers nothing to sign up for, and then make them included in it. Make your incentive. Say, hey, not only am I gonna give you a free song, but I give you special offers to anybody that is in my email list. Like I said, was talking about the free offers, the first looks, the VIP access. You become a member of my fan club, my fan base. For example, look at people like Playboy Cardi. In his eyes, they can't do no wrong. Like, if you following what's going on, people be looking like, oh, his music, man, his loyal fans do not care. If that man has an email list, that man is making millions off that email list because he has loyal fans, and that's how you start building up your loyal fans, is with an email list. But it's not, your email list is not just so you can spam people and sell them nothing. No, you're actually giving them value. You're giving them first looks. Like I said, you're giving them behind the scene footage. You're giving them inspiration. You're giving them motivation. You're giving them real live inside looks of your story, the reason why they followed you in the first place. But you build that email list and you will have money for life. And you will have what? Millions. So that brings us to our next level of this thing. We're gonna go with playlists. So you want to promote your social links, your music links everywhere. Your Spotify, your Apple, your SoundCloud, your Tidal, whatever platforms that you on, you want to promote these things everywhere. And you want to get these attention of the curators. That's where your EPK and stuff like that comes into place, because you want to pitch and promote yourself to all these different platforms, get on these playlists by the curators, and guess what? Now you have real, organic, and engaged people that are listening to your music. And once it catches their ear, they're gonna go right back to your social profile. They're gonna go back to your website. They're gonna hear your story, and they're gonna become your audience. You see what I'm saying? It's like a back and forth thing, because once you go up the stairs, sometimes you got to come back down the stairs. But what we trying to do is we trying to get our audience to go, we trying to get them to go, hey, man, we want all that. You know what I'm saying? And when they get done, get what they finna come right here. You feel what I'm saying? This is a whole continuous process. And playlist is what's gonna change the game for you as an artist. Getting on the right playlist can definitely take you to the next level. But as we know, it's a reciprocity thing. So in starting, sometimes you might even want to reach out to the smaller playlist and listen to the music that they're putting on the playlist, and listen to how they curate it, and tell them, hey, I really love this about your playlist. Hey, here goes my EPK. Hey, here goes my latest single. Do you feel like this would be a fit for your playlist? Remember, just like we talked about with the social media, it's all about being social. It's all about building these relationships. It's all about starting these conversations. That way people will say, hey, this is a real genuine person. I can rock with them. And you know what I'm saying? And they'll probably be like, hey, okay, well, I will put you on my playlist. And you know, that right there, you have the ears of their audience. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you can make you good enough, you're going to make their audience your audience. So just let them know, hey, my newest song would make the greatest addition to your playlist. This is why, and you're going to speak through your music. Your story and everything else has led up to it, especially you send them that EPK out. You got that thing perfected, right? Now they can be like, oh, damn, this is going to be an addition to my playlist. Let me put it on there for you. So the next thing we got ain't really old school, it's still popping, it's blogs. Blogs can definitely get you up through there because people that still reading blogs, they are definitely engaged. So if you can get the right blog to write about your music and you in line with their culture and their genre and their tone, the way that they write, people that's gonna read, man, come on. They gonna go click on them links and they definitely gonna listen to what you got going on. So as long as you have the professionalism and everything that's tied in that we talked about before, and you can submit your music to the right blogs, you gonna be lit. So make sure you just go and you check out the contact info. You got the right submission guidelines. That way you're not spamming people and you're not looking like unprofessional, because we professionals over here. Because why? We understand the business behind the music over here. So yeah, so make sure you got the right contact info, the right submission guidelines. You can do that by going to their website, going to their social media, and just looking around for stuff like contact us, email addresses, phone numbers, you know, things of that nature. Things that you can send your message off to them that they have already took the time to type out, like myblog@gmail.com or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's where you send your professional EPK, and with all the links to your music and everything that you got going on, send that to them. They gonna check you out. They gonna check out the social media links, your website, everything, and they gonna be like, okay, well, this is a good fit for our magazine, hey, or our blog, and we gonna put them out there. And another thing about these blogs is you got to remain patient. You got to be polite as well. Don't spam people, because guess what? It is thousands. This is the internet. It's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people and bloggers out here that will feature you in their article. Just because you say, oh, well, I sent out 20 to my 20. Come on, man. You need to send out 20,000. You need to be sending out 20 in an hour span, 20 a day. You feel what I'm saying? You say you're hungry for this. You say this is what you want. Well, send it. Keep sending it. And if you do or don't get feedback that say, hey, maybe I need to tweak something. Maybe I need to change something around. But the more and more you send it, eventually you're going to get that one that's going to hit, especially if you're serious about it, and especially if you put in the things into place that you need to put into place. You're going to get that one blog placement, that one major press, and then get where you at. Up through there. Okay, so moving right along. This is something that people don't always think about. Non-musical content. Right? These can be things like, we kind of touched on this earlier, but your blog, your flyers, you know what I'm saying? Your video content. You can make videos about your story without even rapping. It don't even got to be a music video. It could just be, hey, you know what I mean? You popping, you kicking it in where you came from. You doing something exciting. You doing something amazing. You might even be at another artist thing. And you know what I'm saying? You might can use that artist as promo just for what you got going on. But it don't got nothing to do with your music. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how you establish yourself as an authority. That's how you establish yourself as somebody that's a mover and shaker industry. You out here really doing things with other people, and it's not just about you just trying to post about your music all the time. You posting literally about your life and what you got going on. It's very interested into your fans and your followers. And also, you can reach your fans on their preferred method of platform, because everybody might not go follow you on Spotify. Everybody might not go to your YouTube. But if you out here putting out non-musical content, then that's a way for them to get to relate to you on a different level. And they might say, hey, I like that guy. Maybe I will go check out his music. Maybe I will go check out his song, because it is very competitive. And so, like we talked about on step 2, your story is what's gonna make you stand out. So if you are able to tell your story in a way that might not even be about your so-called songs or your music, then people are gonna be like, hey, let me check this guy out on their own. That way they'll feel like the decision was their own decision. It wasn't just, hey, go listen to my song. Go listen to my song. It was like, oh no, you know what? I'm posting this video about my lifestyle, what I got going on. Hey, by the way, I'm a rapper. You know what I mean? I'm a singer. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? Now on their own, they go check out their music and they decide that they like you on their own. That's how you really create a loyal fan. Some things to always consider is that strong visuals and some good written narrative go a long way in this category of non-musical stuff. So make sure that everything's on point. I ain't saying it got to be a Hype Williams production, but make sure that everything's on point. You was always mindful of what it is that you're putting out there, and take some time and spend some time on your captions. Make sure your captions and whatever that you're reading, your copy is on point as well. That way people can see what you got going on. They can read it, and it's like, okay, everything matchups and everything it sounds good, it looks good. I really want to give this guy a try. I really want to see what he's about or she's about. So that leads us to our last step. You know what I'm saying? After you've done all this, you ready for these things right here. Ads/analytics. Because they got to go hand in hand, because you can't just be putting out here, because ads cost money. You know what I'm saying? So that's paid advertisement. Whether that be Facebook ads, whether that be Google ads, whether that be YouTube, Instagram ads, these ads cost us money. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to understand and realize what your analytics are, so you can sit down and basically analyze what's working, what's not, things of that nature. But when you get to that level that you're ready to put these ads out, everything up until that point should be in place. Your audience should be on point. Your story should be on point. EPK, social media, website, email, playlist, blog, your non-musical channels, and then your ads, and guess where you on top? You on top. You right here. You dominating. And guess what you got? You got that bag. Man, you got that bag. You see what I'm saying? All this right here is the blueprint to the millions. You feel what I'm saying? Get the right people on your team, get the right people in your corner, and then eventually, once you start running these ads, once you start learning, realizing, start researching your competitors, the people that's in your industry, all you gotta do is just look at their ads and look at what's working and be like, hey, dang, I never thought about doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't copy them, but just say, hey, man, you know that ad right there is kind of fire. Dang, I'm looking at the views on it, you know what I'm saying? Dang, there's ways that you go on Facebook, look at the analytics on different ads that people are running Facebook ads, and you can be like, dang, let me break it down. I might can do that, you know what I'm saying? I know from these steps that I have a dedicated following, and I am ready to run these ads, you know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, that right there is your path to the millions. As long as you stay down with it, you stay focused with it, you dedicated, you with this, you know what I'm saying? You in it for the long run. You doing this is because it's something that you truly and really enjoy and that you love to do. You know what I'm saying? This right here is a good blueprint on how you can really market yourself in the music industry on 2021 and beyond. So, if y'all like the video, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all leave me a like. Comment below what y'all want to see next. Hey, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I would greatly appreciate that. And hey, until next time, peace.